Hello, class. Welcome to Embodiment 101. The strangest thing about Embodiment 101 is that you are both the teacher and the student. Life is complex. Being human does have its complexities, certainly in terms of sense-making, relating, and navigating life as it is, moving through the unfamiliar and moving through uncertainty. And yet the most basic work that we have to do to deepen our capacity for living is to become aware of the body, is to be in our bodies. There's a grounding aspect to being in the body, to being aware of physical sensation, to being aware of the physicality of your experience. So simple things. How are you sitting? How are you holding your body? What are you able to do based on your body? We're all dealing with different levels of mobility, flexibility, awareness. Your body. Even in a moment where you're doing nothing and you're focusing your awareness on the body, that's enough. You don't have to do anything. The doing is just a way to connect to your awareness. So if I say drop your shoulders, yes, drop your shoulders. Yes, it might be a relief if you are scrunching. Yes, there is a kind of physiological, anatomical reality to doing that. But the actual embodiment practice is to become aware of the body. The physiology and the physical relief and all of that and relaxation and the ability to have more relaxed muscles and to feel more relaxed in your body. Yes, 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 yes. All beautiful outcomes and side effects of a regular embodiment practice over time. But the point is not the fixing. It's not like, oh, I'm going to pop this pill and get rid of this headache. The point is the cultivating of awareness. So if I say drop your shoulders, the invitation to become aware that you can drop your shoulders is really what I'm extending to you and what you're responding to. When you do your own practice of being in your body, being aware of the body, when you're in the shower, just feeling the water, noticing what that feels like, or when you're sitting outside, noticing what you hear and what you see around you, the expansiveness of the sky or the sounds of traffic or bird song or whatever you hear, conversation, sirens, whatever you hear. That is your practice of becoming aware. And that connects you to the present moment. And being more present deepens your capacity for all the things. This is your life. On my podcast, I sometimes end by saying, this is our embodiment practice. The simple choice to relax your shoulders. Deeply profound. Grounding. Supportive. Resourcing. Nourishing. The experience of being aware and coming back to right now, because this is where all of the possibilities live and percolate right now. Clearing the table, clearing space, and making room for the quiet whispers, questions, ideas that need a little bit of space to peek through. A lot of times, the solutions we're looking for to the recurring issues that we have are buried underneath the clutter of all the other things that require our attention. And when we can clear a little space, sometimes they have the ability to kind of peek up, almost like a little animal peeking up from its hole, and you just see the top of the animal's head, and then you see the face just kind of looking around. That's what happens sometimes with our ideas, our creative solutions that are just buried underneath everything. If we can clear the space, sometimes they have a little more of a ability and potential to kind of pop up, so they're more noticeable. Sometimes we'll get an idea and we'll be like, yeah, I thought of that 2 weeks ago. I forgot about that. We're doing stuff. We're busy. But when we cultivate our awareness, sometimes the ideas will have more room to come through, to the point where we can be connected to them, conscious enough of them that we can actually relate to them and act on them. And then we see where that takes us. So if we haven't met before, my name is Bridget, and I host a podcast called Thriving in Plain Sight. And every week we do an embodiment practice together. The last episode was not even 8 minutes long. The practice itself doesn't take long. The power of it is to remember to do it. And so that's the purpose of the podcast. And I love it. I'm also a coach holding space for people who are cultivating an embodied approach to living. This kind of inside out willingness to be where you are and to fully inhabit your life. To increase your vitality, your energy, and your creativity, your ability to solve problems, and your ability to reconnect with your own sense of personal agency. Not because I have the answers, and not because I'm leading you through a 25-step process, but just because I'm in my body. And we do practices, simple practices, that allow you to be in your body. And then you get to cultivate that and take the residue of that into the rest of your day. So I have a few different ways to work with me one-on-one. I have the 30-day intensive, and then I've added a couple other smaller packages. So check my link tree. There's a link in the description if you're interested to find out how to work with me. I think that's it for now. I will see you again next time. Thank you for hanging out with me for a few minutes. Hope you have a wonderful day, evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.